It pressed against my lungs. I remember sitting on this very sofa, wondering how walls could still stand, when the man who had filled them with life was gone. When Kyle and Nicole's financial troubles arrived, I had opened the door. I told myself it was temporary. They need a hand, I had reasoned. This home is big enough for all of us. I imagined it would bring closeness, that I would be part of their rhythm, not merely a shadow in it. But time revealed another truth. They had not seen it as my generosity, but as their entitlement. Nicole moved through the rooms, as if they had been gifted to her by fate. Kyle, my own son, acted as if his silence was neutrality, but his silence was an alliance. Slowly, I had become a ghost in the very home I had built. I lowered my eyes to the deed again. The ink faded slightly, but still strong. There it was, my husband's signature beside mine. The sight of his handwriting felt like a whisper from another time. I touched it lightly, my fingers trembling. This was ours, I whispered, the words barely audible in the empty room. It still is mine. The truth was heavy, but it was also clarifying. I realized then that I had allowed myself to disappear. I had permitted my own erasure in the name of peace. But this folder in my lap, it was more than a legal claim. It was a reminder that I was not powerless. I had simply forgotten how to wield my own authority. The deed was no longer just paper. It was my weapon, my shield, my proof. And soon, it would become the voice I had been denied for too long. The afternoon light slanted across my bedroom floor, painting long strips of gold across the carpet. I sat on the edge of the bed, the manila folder still fresh in my mind, its weight lingering in my chest. For years I had folded myself small in this house, trying to keep the peace, trying to believe silence could keep love intact. But silence had only fed their arrogance. I reached for the phone on my nightstand. My hand did not shake, though I felt my heart thudding against my ribs, like a fist knocking from the inside. I scrolled down to the number I had looked at 100 times, but never dared to call. Then, slowly, I pressed it. A woman's voice came through, warm and professional. Camille, Realty Services. How can I help you today? I drew a long breath and answered, my tone steady. Yes, I'd like to list the house. And there was a pause, the kind that stretches as someone rearranges their thoughts. Then Camille spoke again, her voice softer.